All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Monte Carlo. We're starting to get to the serious stuff. Third round. Round of 16. And we're starting with a doubleheader because we've got Fonseca taking on Berrettini. We've got Zverev taking on Bergs. Zverev was lucky to get out of his match. Berrettini just slaughtered Medvedev. FAA, he's playing against Hurkacz later. Alcaraz is playing against Echeverry after this. Sinner's playing today. Who else in the top 10 is playing? Musetti lost yesterday to Vacheron. So Vacheron takes on Hurkacz. Yeah, FAA plays Rude. I don't know when that... Is that on center court? I'm not sure. But so much going on. There's so much to do. And Bergs, by the way, he got through a bit surprisingly as well. He's very dangerous, so Zverev has got to be ready. But yeah, we're starting with a bang. It looks like a lovely day in Monte Carlo. Lovely weather. So let's see if we get some good tennis. We had some great tennis yesterday. That Vacheron-Musetti match was fun. Obviously with the Medvedev-Berrettini match, which was crazy. So yeah, let's see what's happening. We'll keep an eye on what's going on with Linz as well, because I don't know if any of the big names are playing today, but we'll keep an eye on it anyway. Yeah, surprised Zverev's playing first. I am too. I'm a little bit surprised because they put him on after playing the marathon yesterday. So I'm a little bit... I feel bad for him because, you know, and I don't know if he loses today, I wonder if he'll say anything in the press conference or not. But right, a bit disappointing that that they didn't give him a bit of a break. But favoritism is there, but we just can't prove it. Now I can understand why Alcaraz is playing later, because he's playing Echeverry, and Echeverry played later than Zverev, so it's probably more to give Echeverry a break. But yeah, I'm a little surprised Zverev didn't play second and Sinner didn't play first against Mahach. Seeing that Mahach didn't play a tough match yesterday and Sinner didn't play at all. So for me, it feels like we should have put Sinner on first. That's where the schedule looks a bit weird. You know, why didn't they put Sinner first and then give Bergs and Zverev a couple of hours extra to get prepared for the match? But again, maybe Zverev wanted to play first. I don't know. Maybe he wanted to play first. Maybe it was his choice. We'll see what happens. Tricky match for Sinner today? Yeah, it is a little bit tricky, yeah. Bublikla head shove. Yeah, that's happening today as well. Yep, that's also on the cards. So yeah. There we go, Berrettini walking out. Here we go. Berrettini to walk out first. Zverev and Bergs are about to hit the court as well. Berrettini hasn't lost a game all week, by the way. He's on fire. He's won 16 games in a row. Intuitive Tennis did an interesting video about Medi's double bagel. I have to check it out. From watching it live, it seemed like once Medvedev went down 5-love, and whatever strategy he had brought into the match wasn't working against Berrettini, because Berrettini's backhand was maybe better than Medvedev expected. Remember, they hadn't played for a while, so maybe he was playing the old Berrettini. It looked like Medvedev, once he lost down 5-love, he was just like, throw the set away. But then the second set, he didn't recover. You know, we know some players that go down 5-love or 5-1, they kind of go, okay, we're going to throw this set away, let's start again. It seemed like he threw the set away, but he didn't start again. So when he started in the second set, it was the same. He didn't adjust. He didn't move on from the first set. He didn't, and that's what it seemed like in real time was happening. And then by then, Berrettini had his confidence, and that's not a not where you want to be. And it's also a clay court. Medvedev's not a clay guy. Medvedev makes an appearance once every 5 years, right? On Halloween. Is it possible Zverev gets 15 aces plus? On a clay court? Probably not. Not 15. 15's a lot. Greetings from Brazil. Hey, what's up? By the way, the winners of these matches play each other. So this is perfect. This is a perfect situation. We're watching these two matches, and the players play each other in the quarterfinals tomorrow. So winners will take each other on. And then we've got Sinner next, and then Alcaraz, and I'm not sure what else after that. We'll see what happens. We'll just play it by ear. By the way, a lot of us have Fonseca in the team. A lot of us have Berrettini in the team. So it's a win-win. Unfortunately, my team, I'm going to lose some players today, but because 4 of them are playing, 2 of them are playing, 4 of my players are playing each other. So Alcaraz, Echeverry, Fonseca, Berrettini, which is not a bad thing because that means I guarantee a quarterfinal, but yeah, it's a little bit of friendly fire, which is not ideal. You don't want to have that until the quarterfinals, but hey, it means at least I'm going to have a quarterfinalist in those categories. Sinner just has to win as well. So we'll see how that works out as well. All right. They're all warming up. I don't think the matches should be scheduled at 10, should start at 10. I just can't wait to see this matchup. Well, they started at 11, and it's 11, so. Hey, Mandy, thank you for the €5. Appreciate that. I have a feeling that Zverev can get 15 aces. Okay, then why'd you ask me then? Why'd you ask then? You do you. Did he hit 15 aces against Garin? He hit, okay, I'll just give you some context. He hit 8 aces against Garin, and that was in a 3-hour match. So, how's he going to hit double those aces, double the amount of aces? If he couldn't hit 15 aces in a long 3-setter, how's he going to hit 15 aces at all? Bergs is a good returner too. So, I mean, look, you do you, but I'm going to say I highly doubt Zverev is going to hit 15 aces. It seems unlikely. But you do you. Does Sinner stand a chance against Mahachkam? Why do people ask stupid questions like this when we're just getting started? It's so... Why? Alan, don't do that. Come on, you're better than that. Let's stop asking silly questions to start the stream. We're just getting started. Make better jokes. Also, you stole that joke from somebody else. So, come on. Be original. And also, be funnier. Who's more likely to win a Channel Slam this year, Alcaraz or Sinner? Probably Alcaraz. Because he's done it before. I would go with Alcaraz. Well, actually, you know what? No, I change it. Actually, Sinner. Because if Alcaraz wins the French, the pressure that's going to happen when he gets to Wimbledon, and everyone's going to be like, ooh, calendar slam. So I reckon maybe it's probably more likely Sinner, because he won't have that pressure if he wins Roland Garros that Alcaraz would have. You know what I mean? So maybe it's Sinner's. Sinner's got a better chance to win the Sunshine, to win the whatever. Alcaraz inconsistent at the moment. He's lost 2 matches. What do you mean? So is Sinner. Sinner lost 2 matches at the start of the year. Let's stop going nuclear, all right? Relax. He lost the Medvedev on a hard court and he lost the quarter. It's okay. Everything's fine. If he's inconsistent, sign me up. I want to be as inconsistent as Carlos Alcaraz, please. Who made 9 finals in a row to end last year. Like, come on. Carlos and inconsistent is... come on. If he's inconsistent, then none of us are consistent. What do you mean? All right, here we go. I know it's early. Our brains are not switched on. We'll get there. We'll get there. Don't worry. I'll get there too. We'll all get there. We'll get there. All right. Here we go. Berrettini Fonseca. This is going to be a wild crowd too. They're going to be fun. Going to be some fun times in this crowd. And Zverev and Bergs. Bergs is a fun player to watch too. He has got some entertainment. What is it? You want to go outside? Here you go. Go on. Go on. Just ask because you are analytics. I bet on Zverev to get 15 aces. Hey, good luck to you. I'm not a betting channel, so don't in the future don't ask me to put where you should put your money because that's your responsibility. This is not a betting channel, so if you lose, don't actually. If you lose, I said don't do it, so it's your fault. But don't take my advice and don't ask for my opinion. Who's winning these matches, chat? I'm gonna go Fonseca and Zverev. Ace on the T from Fons. That's 15 love. As Fonseca serves again. Berrettini's Zverev, you reckon? Okay. As Berrettini hits. Was he another ace, was it? 30 love. $30 love. Bergs in straight sets. Fonseca in 3, you reckon? Okay. Remember, all these players will probably have to play Sinner in the semis. 40 love, by the way. Fonseca's about to break the Berrettini streak. And be the first player to get a game off Berrettini on the Monte Carlo clay. As a return goes into the forehand of Fonseca. Forehand from Berrettini. Fonseca up the line. Berrettini slice. Goes long. Fonseca 1 love. All right. 1-0. 1-0 Fons. He breaks that streak already. Oh, no. By the way, Fonseca does win and plays Zverev in the quarters. He would have played the top 3 guys in 3 consecutive events. And I don't know when the last person to do that was. It probably has happened recently, but I can't think of anyone who's done that recently. But it'd be really cool to see Fonseca take on Zverev as well and get a gauge of how close he is to Zverev. All right, Berrettini to serve. And just like that, the streak's over. That's it. Fonseca's not mucking around. Alcaraz, maybe Madrid 2022. Yeah, maybe. But not. I mean, in consecutive events. Not in the same event. Because Alcaraz did do it in Madrid that year, yeah. But I'm talking like in 3 different events in a row. That, I don't know, that's more of a unique stat. It's probably happened, though. Love 15. Zverev with the first point against Bergs. As Bergs serves in the forehand of Zverev. Return is into the forehand of Bergs. Bergs sprays it. Love 30. Fonseca Zverev would be a really good litmus test for him. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it'd be a really interesting clash, too. Feels like it could be a 3-set epic. All right, love 30 Zverev. Also, Berrettini Zverev would be a rematch of last year in Monte Carlo where Berrettini won. So, a lot of good matches on the agenda. All right, it's Fonseca. It's a return winner. 15-0. All right, 15-0. As we serve again from Berrettini. There's a fault. Zverev's got love 40. Already break points for Zverev. As Bergs serves. Into the forehand, Zverev return to the forehand of Bergs. Zverev with the forehand again to the forehand of Bergs. To the forehand, Zverev on the stretch. Zverev in the net, 15-40. One saved. Is Berrettini in the net, 15-30. Chance for Fonzie to get a break point first games. Have Fonseca Berrettini played? I feel like they have played. Oh no, they haven't played. Okay. I don't know why I thought... Oh no, they have played. I thought so. They play. Oh yeah, they played at the Davis Cup back in 2024. On the hard courts, and Berrettini got the win. I thought they'd played somewhere. All right. Berg saves another break point. Zverev and Bergs have not played. So first time meeting between those two. All right, back in return in net by Fonseca, and it's 30-all. All right, break point again for Zverev. 30-40, Berg serves. Into the forehand of Zverev. He shanks the return. It goes in. Bergs with the forehand again. The forehand of Zverev. There's Berg's forehand again. Zverev goes up the middle. Bergs with the drop shot. In the net. There's the break, Zverev. 1-love for Sasha. All right, 1-0. Zverev breaks to start the match. All right, 30-all Berrettini. As a return goes into the back of Berrettini. Berrettini goes wide. And Fonseca's got a break point. 30-40. All right, 30-40. Break point Fonseca. Berrettini serves. An ace. Deuce. As Berrettini serves a fault, second serve. And then it must have gone off the line. Fonseca shanked it sideways. Advantage Berrettini. As Fonseca returns to front of Berrettini. Fonseca backhand. Into the front of Berrettini. Fonseca with a slice. Goes long. Berrettini holds. 1-1. One all. All right, 1-1. All right, Zverev, by the way, is getting treatment on his ankle. He's got tape on his ankle, and they're just mucking around with it. It's on his right ankle, probably from yesterday playing that marathon. So, yeah, Zverev just getting some attention from the physio. As a backhand now from Fonseca to the forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca backhand into the forehand of Berrettini. Into the backhand of Fonseca. Cross court, the slice of Berrettini. Fonseca forehand. Goes wide. Love 15. Nothing to worry about for Zverev, though. I think it's more just... He's probably just taped his ankle up too tight. And he's not comfortable with it. They're trying to loosen it up. Yeah, they're trying to cut through the tape. So yeah, I don't think... It's not really a medical timeout for Zverev. It's more just like rebandaging, I guess. Backhand rally. As Berrettini in the net. 15-all. Yeah, it's just that Zverev maybe after the first game was like, yeah, this doesn't really feel good. We need to loosen this up a bit. All right. 15-all, by the way. As Fonseca serves. Is it a forehand rally? Berrettini with a slice. Goes into the forehand of Fonseca. Into the back of Berrettini. Fonseca forehand again. To the back of Berrettini. Berrettini hits it out. And it's 30-15. 30-15. As Fonseca serves again. As he hits a drop shot, Fonseca. Berrettini slice. Fonseca with a volley. Goes in, and Berrettini can't get it. It was a lob volley, and Berrettini tried to run back, but he couldn't reach it. 40-15. He said it was a blister popped. Ouch. Yuck. All right. So that's why Zverev's getting some treatment on a popped blister. Ew. All right, 40-15. Good serve. 2-1 Fonseca. All right, 2-1. 2-1 Fonseca leads after 10 minutes. So yeah, Zverev's just getting some treatment on his foot. And they're showing the beautiful Monte Carlo Bay. Because that's better than seeing a bloody foot. All right. Must be just some wear and tear from yesterday. All right. Fonzie up 2-1. All right, 2-1. 2-1 Fonseca. Zverev's getting a medical timeout on his foot. So Fokina's just pulled out of Barcelona, which is a shame. So if you've got him in your team, get rid of him. Zverev still just getting some treatment. All right, back to Berrettini. Two-one Fonseca. What are you doing? You're just getting crazy, are you? Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hey, come here. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Fonseca misses the approach. 15-love. By the way, Berrettini's definitely got the crowd support. He is getting much more of the crowd support. Is Fokina injured? I'm not sure why he's not playing, but must be injury. Yeah, I'm not sure why. I'm not sure what his injury is, but yeah, Draper's meant to be playing next week. Yeah. 15-love. There's a backhand rally. Slice now from Fonseca into the forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca slice forehand. And Berrettini backhand. Again, the backhand of Fonseca up the line, but it's long. It's 30-love. It's Zverev's back after his tire change. Zverev hits a drop shot. Bergs gets it with the pass, but it's in the net. 15-love. Can anyone see my message? No. I don't know. Did somebody say something? I didn't hear. No. Sorry. John Cena's in the chat. Backhand from Fonseca's good. Berrettini volleys it wide. As Zverev gets a 30-love. All right, 30-15 here, Berrettini. Hey, Cam, how are you? I'm good. How are you? 30-15. As Berrettini serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes to forehand Berrettini. Forehand from Fonseca. Berrettini up the line. Goes wide. It's 30-0. 30-0. 30-0. Zverev at 30-0 as well, by the way, as he serves. Into the backhand Bergs. Forehand from Zverev again. The backhand of Bergs. Into the forehand of Zverev. Bergs backhand again. Into the forehand of Zverev. As now Bergs hits his forehand. Into the forehand of Zverev again. Bergs with the forehand again to the Zverev forehand. And he goes up the line to the backhand of Bergs. And Zverev forehand off the tape. Goes long. Bergs got a break back point. 30-40. As Berrettini survives and goes to 40-30. 40-30. As that goes out by Fonseca. And Berrettini holds. 2-2. Two all. By the way, if you want to watch these matches, you can watch them on the new and improved tennis TV app. By the way, Bergs drop shot win up, and he breaks back 2-2. 2 all. Two. All right, 2-all. Sorry, 1-all. Bergs and Zverev. 2-all was the other match. All right, 15 love. As Berrettini with a slice goes the volley of Fonseca. Backing it from Berrettini. And Fonseca volleys it away. 30 love. Too good from Fons. 30 love. As Fonseca serves, another fault, second serve. As the return goes out by Berrettini, 40 love. Pardon me. All right, Fonzie holds. It's 3-2. Also, Berg's in trouble again, 15-30. All right. 30 all as Berg serves. A fault. Second serve. Second serve. Into the corner, Zverev. Return goes the corner, Bergs. Up the line and long by Bergs. 30-40. Zverev a chance to get the break again. How's Berrettini doing? Good. All right, 30-40. Serve again from Bergs. There's a fault. Second serve. Second serve, Bergs. Into the back of Zverev. Zverev hits wide. We get to deuce. Zverev did have a marathon match yesterday. So you got to think that he's feeling a little bit sore. And he's already had a medical timeout on blisters that exploded in his shoe, which is not fun. As Berg serves again. Into the back of Zverev. Bergs with a forehand into the forehand of Zverev. The forehand of Bergs as they go 4-4. Now Zverev mixes up to the backhand of Bergs. Into the forehand of Zverev as Bergs backhand again. Into the forehand of Zverev cross court. Bergs again to the forehand of Zverev as Bergs puts it in the net. Advantage Zverev to take the break again. All right. Advantage Zverev. As Berg serves. A fault. By the way, Berrettini with a lovely drop volley. 30 love. That was clean. All right, serving to the forehand of Zverev. Return goes to the forehand of Bergs. As Bergs overhits it, and Zverev breaks again. 2-1. 3 breaks to start the match. All right. 30 love Berrettini. 7 to the backhand of Fonseca. Return goes in. To the forehand of Berrettini. Backhand of Fonseca again. The forehand of Berrettini. As Fonseca sliced. Berrettini forehand again. That's a winner. Beautiful inside-out forehand winner from Matteo. And it's 40 love. $40 love. Love. As a return goes in the net by Fonseca. All right, Berrettini holds. 3-0. 3-3. And the crowd are going nuts for Berrettini. No way Berrettini's winning this match. I hope he doesn't retire. Why would he retire? Cam, you don't think Echeverry is a good player to take a set? No, don't you think Echeverry is a good enough player to take a set? I mean, maybe, but he's playing Alcaraz. It's a find now from Fonseca, and then Berrettini slicing the net. Look, Echeverry might be able to get a set, yeah. But he's playing Alcaraz, so Alcaraz on clay is kind of tough. All right, 15 love as we're serving out the backhand of Berrettini. To the forehand of Fonseca. Berrettini backhand into the forehand of Fonseca. Fonseca in the net, though. 15-all. Congrats on 293. Thanks, Deb. Yeah, we got there yesterday, I think. Which is crazy. We're almost at 300K already, and it's not even the end of the year yet. All right, 15 all as Fonseca serves again. Into the front of Berrettini. Berrettini hits it out. 30-15. 30-15. Fonzie serves again. Into the back of Berrettini. Return goes into the front of Fonseca. Oh, he hits a slice in the net. 30-all. Chance for Berrettini to get a break point here. Pardon me. $30-all. As a return goes in the net by Berrettini. Great serve from Fonseca. 40-30. All right, 40-30. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Fonseca. Sliced up the line. Berrettini passed. Fonseca volleys. Berrettini gets there, but gives it straight to Fonseca's forehand volley winner. And it's 4-3 for Fons. On clay, South Americans are good. They are playing on clay for a long time, but Alcaraz will play second match only. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Just tell me what do you want me to say, and I'll tell you what you want to hear. 40-15. Do you want me to agree? Like, what do you want me to do? You're asking me a lot of you're like, Cam, do you think you don't think Echeverry is a good player? South Americans are good on clay. I mean, you're telling me a lot of things that I already know, but what do you want me to say? Baez is a great player on clay too, and he got smoked. So, I mean, you want me to say Alcaraz is not going to win? I don't know what you want me to. I don't know, bro. 3-1. As Zverev holds. First player to hold in this match. Finally, Sasha holds. As the return goes into the forehand of Bergs. Forehand out from Zverev. Is wide. Ooh, just went wide. 15-love. Zverev needs to get confident on clay. Yep. 15-love. Zverev hits a drop shot off the tape. Bergs gets it. Zverev volleys, but Bergs is there with the reply. 30-love. Good to see Berrettini so confident. If he holds, it's going to be an interesting match. Oh, yeah. It's great to see Berrettini healthy. I think that's the thing, right? By the way, Bergs did a trick shot. He looked the other way, and he hit it down the line. That was tricky by Bergs. Bergs went with the no look like, oh, I'm going to go cross court. Just kidding, down the line. It didn't fool Zverev, but that was cheeky. They didn't show the replay of it, but that was cheeky. He turned his head like this and he went, nope, I'm going that way. 30-love Bergs. As he serves the back in Zverev, return goes back into Bergs. Bergs hits it out, 30-15. And Berrettini backing up the line. Forehand in the net by Fonseca. 30 loves Berrettini. Yeah, the winners of these match play each other in the quarterfinals tomorrow. So, and I'm guessing that'd be first match tomorrow. I'm guessing. All right. Bergs 40-15. It's a hold serve for the first time today. Bro, I think we get the 100,000 Sinner versus Zverev. Yeah, that'd be a great match. I want to see that. As Fonseca just smokes the forehand cross court. 30-15. Do you think Sasha has a chance to win Sinner on clay? Yeah, sure. The only thing I'm worried about with Zverev going into that match in a couple of days, if he makes it, is he going to be fit enough? Because if he's got blisters, that sucks. Blisters are not good. So if he's already got blisters on the feet in round 3, he's still got to play this match. He's got to play tomorrow, and then he gets to play Sinner. So he doesn't even get a day off to heal, right? All he can do is play with the blisters. So he's guessing that like they both get through. Zverev's going to have blisters against, unless they heal, but blisters don't heal without they heal with time, right? You can't just heal a blister overnight. So it'll depend on how much that compromises Zverev. And we'll find out, because he's going to play Berrettini or Fonseca in the quarters, so if he beats Bergs. So that'll be a good test tomorrow to see where Zverev is physically. But he's got to get through his matches in straights, right? He can't afford to play on. He needs to be off the court in a couple of hours minimum, right? Because I think he rates his chances against Sinner on clay. But he even said it himself. He needs everything to be perfect. He needs to be playing perfect. He needs to be serving great. But physically, he needs to be perfect too. He can't afford to come in there with blisters on his feet because that's going to compromise his movement, and he can't be compromised against Sinner, right? You got to be perfect. Got to be fit. You got to be ready. You got to be playing perfect. He knows that. So yeah, we'll monitor. We're going to watch him tomorrow if he wins this match. So we'll see how he physically how he looks. He's got another break point though. Advantage Zverev for the double break. And also, Fonseca is a deuce. All right, as Bergs gets broken again. Zverev up 4-1. 4-1. All right, Berrettini trying to hold and keep this set close. First serve default, second serve. As we return now to the forehand, Berrettini, forehand from Fonseca is a winner. And we get to deuce. Fonseca looking to get this break. All right, deuce. I need this for my fantasy team. Yeah. All right. Fonseca gets back to deuce. Serve to the forehand, Fonseca. Berrettini forehand inside out. Fonseca backhand lob. It's too good. Berrettini couldn't reach it. And he hits a smash in the net. Advantage Fonseca. Yeah, Berrettini just didn't time that well at all. So it was a good lob. All right, advantage Fonseca to get the break. Advantage Fonseca. Don't they all play with some blisters or injuries or something? Yeah, they do. I mean, okay, so everyone... So, okay, Zverev's got no chance. Sure. Is that better? Anyway, his backhand goes into the forehand of Berrettini. Berrettini in the net. Fonseca breaks. 5-3. 5-3. Fonseca's going to serve for the set. $33 minutes. It's a quick set. I'll tell you, tomorrow, if Zverev does play Fonseca, Zverev will be tested physically tomorrow. All right, Zverev with a 4-1 lead, by the way. Double break to start the match. Love 15 as well. Oh, sorry, 15 love. As Fonseca 4 to the back of Berrettini. Berrettini hits it out. 15 love. Now we do have Sinner and Alcaraz coming on after this. So stay tuned. Be a great matchup. Oh, yeah. It's Zverev, Fonseca. Fonseca's getting to play the best boys in the world, which is so good. He's getting to those matches, right? He played Alcaraz, he's played Sinner in recent weeks, and he's not far away from playing Zverev. 30 love. Ooh, 30 love. As Fonseca serves a fault, second serve. Serving the front of Berrettini. Berrettini in the net. 40 love. Fonseca to take the first set. 40 love.
Devilish face emoji.
Hey, thank you, Blunter, for the $2. As we just serve from Fonseca. Ace down the tee. All right. Six, 3. First set, Fonseca. All right, 7.8 performance rating for Fonseca. A 6.0 for Berrettini, so not great from Berrettini. 2 winners and 12 errors from Berrettini. 5 winners, 10 errors from Fonseca. So not the prettiest match, but Fonseca just taking over. Mateo needs to wake up. Oh, yeah. Would it be the first Zverev-Fonseca match? Yes. Wait, would it be? Yeah. I think. I don't think they played. Yeah, no, it would be the first. I'm thinking of Feast Zverev. They've played a lot. It'd be the first, yeah. 5-1 Zverev. 35 minutes played. All right, 5-1. Bergs serving to stay in the set. As the return goes into the front of Bergs. Bergs in the net. And it's love 15. As Bergs serves a let. As Bergs in the net with a forehand, love 30. Zverev about to take this set. Pretty easily in the end. All right, 15-30. 30 all here.
Thanks for your work, Cam.
Hey, thank you for the, holy shit. Thank you for the $27 from Tim. As I was not looking at the screen, sorry. Hey, thank you for the 24 pounds. Can we get some salutes in the chat for, sorry, the 24 euro. Appreciate that, thank you. That was very generous. You don't have to do that, by the way, but thank you. 40-30, by the way, Bergs. As he tries to make Zverev serve for the set. And Fonseca's already got love 15. As that goes out from Fonseca on the return, 15-0. As the return goes into the forehand of Bergs. Forehand now from Zverev in the ground. Bergs holds. He's a little fired up as well, which is the first time we've seen Bergs show some energy. That's 5-2 Zverev. He's going to serve the set. All right, 15-0. Berrettini serves again. A fault. Second serve. As the backhand return goes in the forehand of Berrettini. Forehand now from Fonseca on the stretch. The backhand of Berrettini. Fonseca slice. As Berrettini forehand to the slice of Fonseca. Again, the forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca backhand again. To the backhand of Berrettini. Fonseca backhand to backhand with Berrettini. Slice now Fonseca. Berrettini forehand in the net. And it's 15-30. 15-30. All right. $15.30. As Berrettini serves into the forehand of Fonseca. Return goes to the forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca backhand slice. Berrettini volley is too good. 30-0. Berrettini hasn't been tested until now. Well, that's the problem, right? I mean, yeah, you can double bagel, but yeah, he hasn't really had to play. I mean, Medvedev didn't really make him play that much. So when someone tries to test you, then yeah, you're right. The 6-love, yeah, okay. It was impressive, but it probably wasn't a good thing for Berrettini's, for Berrettini, because it's a good and a bad thing, right? I appreciate it, Tim. Thank you for the donation. 40-30. But also remember, Berrettini's first round was also basically a half a match. So he didn't get to play RBA. Had he played RBA and then double bageled Medvedev, then it would have been different. But because he basically got a walkover first round and then an easy second round, the second that somebody's going to push him, it can get a little sketchy. He hits a great drop shot though, Berrettini. Let's see if he can respond. 1-love in the second. All right, Zverev serving for the set. 15-love. There's a backhand rally. Zverev again hits the backhand, but it's in the net. And it's 15-0. Zverev serves again. And it's too good. Bergs in the net on the return. 30-15. Zverev serves again. Fault, second serve. . 30-15. As the return goes back in, as Zverev forehand now from Bergs. Zverev with the forehand again, the forehand of Bergs. Bergs puts it away. 30-all. A little chance here for Bergs to get one of the breaks back. All right, 30-all. Zverev with the serve. Into the forehand of Bergs. Good returns. Zverev up the line with the forehand to the backhand of Bergs. Into the backhand of Zverev. Bergs backhand again is shanked, but it goes in, and then Zverev hits it in the ground. Ew. 30-40. Chance for Bergs to get a break back. $30-40. And Zverev serves again. An ace. All right. Clutch from Zverev. Back to deuce. Great serve off the line. Berrettini got 15-30 here. All right. Zverev serves again. Into the backhand of Bergs. Return goes into the backhand of Zverev. Bergs backhand to the forehand of Zverev. Into the forehand of Bergs. Zverev forehand again. That's a great shot. Bergs can't get it. Advantage Zverev. Set point. To take the first set. Great serve from Fonseca, and he shouts after that. 30-all. All right, advantage Zverev to take the first set. Zverev with the serve. Nope. As he serves a fault. Second serve. Fonseca gets a 40-30, by the way. All right, advantage Zverev. Good body serve there from Fonseca as well. Berrettini had to defend his face. Anyways, Zverev with the slice. Bergs wins the points. Zverev hit wide. Get the deuce. All right, Zverev gets the deuce. As Zverev with another good serve. All right, advantage Zverev to get the first set. Berrettini with a backhand lob. Goes long, and Fonseca holds 1-all. All right, Zverev serves. Another fault. Second serve. Serving to the backhand of Bergs. Bergs in the net. Zverev takes the first. All right. 6-2. All right. 7.5 for Zverev and a 6.7 for Bergs in the performance rating. So it was okay. I mean, not anything below a 7 is kind of poor. And Zverev is better than a 7.5. He should be in the 8s. But it's okay. All right. Zoko's out by Fonseca, 15-0. All right, he's with a backhand from Berrettini in the net, 15-30. Chance for Fonseca to get the break in the second. As a return goes in from Fonseca to the forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca forehand. Inside out winner. Okay. Advantage. Fonseca. And we're to fault second serve. Second serve, Berrettini. As the return goes in, the forehand of Berrettini. The backhand slice from Fonseca into the forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca forehand of the stretch. Berrettini slices it into the open court. Fonseca gets it back though. And then Berrettini throws the hammer, but it hits the tape and goes wide. And Fonseca's got a set and a break. All right. A set and a break for Fons. In just under an hour. All right. All right, Zverev's come back from the bathroom. All right, let's see if Bergs can get off to a better start here. All right. 30 love Bergs. As he tries to hold first game. 30 love. And the return goes in the corner. Bergs. Zverev with the backhand. Bergs with a volley. Winner. Nice. 40 love. All right, as that goes up over Fonseca's head, but it's long by Berrettini. 15-0. Even Medvedev was a 5.2 yesterday. I don't know how badly you need to be to go below that. Yeah, so like I think if you're in the fives, you've had a terrible day. Like you're never going to see somebody with a 1. Like I don't think that's how the performance rating is going to be. Like it's impossible unless you don't win a point, right? You probably unless you lose a match by hitting everything with an error and you don't win a point. But if you get around, I mean, a 4 or a 5 is you've had a terrible match, one of the worst of your career, right? Whereas anything above sort of an 8, you've had a really good match. Obviously, a 9 is a phenomenal match. Averages are probably between like a 6.5 and a 7.5. Like that's probably average. Like if you're in that range, you're probably doing okay. Anything below a 6.5 is not great. And if both players are both below a 7, it's like that's the match is okay. You know what I mean? So that's sort of what I'm feeling anyway when I'm watching them. When I'm watching the matches, it's sort of like when I see the performance rating, like you get a sense of like, okay, it's not the best match if they're both at a 6. As Berrettini hits a smash, 30-0. Berrettini trying to get that break back. The crowd is trying to get him into it. And Zverev gets a deuce. All right, 30-0. Fonseca serves a fault, second serve. Serving to the back of Berrettini. Return goes into the front of Fonseca. Oh, Fonzie hits it wide. All right. 30-40. Berrettini to get back on serve as Zverev with the drop volley. Bergs gets it. Puts it down the line for a winner. Great pickup by Bergs. And he's so fired up. I love Bergs' energy. He's so fired up. Great pickup by Bergs. As Berrettini hits a passing shot winner and breaks back. Great energy from him. The crowd are into it as well. All right. Berrettini back on serve. All right. Bergs holds. 1-love in the second. And Berrettini breaks back. 2-all in the second. All right. As Berrettini serves. Into the front of Fonseca. Front of Berrettini. The back of Fonseca. Fonseca hits it long. And it's 15-love. $15 here for Berrettini. As we get a forehand pick up by... Oh, what a shot by Fonseca. Berrettini hit a decent drop shot, and Fonseca slides into it and just finesses it cross court for a nice return drop shot. It's crazy. Like, Berrettini didn't hit a bad drop shot. Probably would have beaten most players. But then just a little... Even Berrettini gave him a round of applause. That was a great pickup. As the return goes into the forehand of Berrettini. Forehand out from Fonseca. That's a good shot. Berrettini slices it back. In come Fons. Straight to Berrettini with a lob, but the Berrettini lob is wide. And it's 15-30. All right. $15-30. Serve out wide the backhand of Fonseca. Drop shot Berrettini. Too good. 30-all. Lovely drop volley from Berrettini. I'll tell you what, Berrettini throwing in the serve volleys. I love that. We've been seeing that a little bit lately. We've watched Berrettini a few times this year. And he does throw in the odd serve and volley. And that's good to see that Berrettini's evolved. Berrettini 2022, when he was, top 10, wasn't doing that. So it's nice to see Berrettini just bringing in some variety to his game. 30-all. As the serve goes to forehand of Fonseca. Backhand of Berrettini. The backhand of Fonseca. Berrettini. Backhand slice. Goes long. Fonseca gets a break point. 30-40. All right. $30-40. As we default second serve. Second serve Berrettini. In the back of Fonseca. Return goes to forehand of Berrettini. Fonseca. Inside out forehand of the slice of Berrettini. Fonseca forehand again. Berrettini pass is a slice, but Fonseca hits the tape with a forehand volley. Oh, Berrettini missed the pass. Oh, he knows he missed that too. Even Fonseca's like, whoo, we got lucky. God, Berrettini threw the hammer and he missed. God, that was... Even Fonseca's like, oh, bro, that sucks, man. He's like, I can't, sorry I hit the tape, but you should have passed me. That was a bad miss by Berrettini. He knows it. Everybody knows it. Brutal. All right, Fonseca breaks in the second. 3-2. That was close. Yeah, Berrettini didn't have to hit it that close. But it just faded as he smacked it down the line. My hot take is that Vacheron will make the semis and lose to Alcaraz. I'll tell you this. We were talking about that yesterday when we were watching Vacheron play Musetti. That would be such a cool story if Vacheron was able to do that. I would love that to happen. Vacheron's playing Hurkacz today, and I think he's going to play Demon Or in the quarters if Demon wins. So I'd love Vacheron to get to the semis and at home. That'd be such a feel-good story. Yeah, okay, he might lose to Alcaraz, but doing that would be so fun. Now, I almost picked him in my team out of sentimentality, but then I slapped myself in the face and I said, no, use your brain. And I picked Tabilo. 1-0. And I picked Menchik instead. And he didn't even play. So, what do I know? All right. Zverev holds 1-0. So, yeah, Rune's coming back for Hamburg. Yay. Love that. So, wait. Rune's going to play Hamburg, Roland Garros. Okay. But it's good to see Rune back, though. So, I guess getting Rune for Hamburg might be a good idea. All right. Fonseca to serve. He's got the break again. 3-2 in the second as he serves out wide the forehand of Berrettini. Return goes back to Fonseca. Berrettini slice. Goes long. 15 love. All right, 40 love here for Fonseca to consolidate the break. As we just serve another backhand of Berrettini. Forehand now from Fonseca to the backhand of forehand of Berrettini. And then Fonseca backhand goes wide. And it's 40-15. As Fonseca holds, 4-3. All right. 40-30 for Bergs, by the way, to get to 2-1. Yeah, Hamburg is before the French, right? The week before the French. So it'll be in 5 weeks? All right, Berrettini serving 4-2. Fonseca in the second. As that goes out from Fons, and it's 15 love. Hey, what's up, Dutchie? How you doing? All right, 15 love. As we're flying now to the slice of Fonseca. Berrettini backhand. Fonseca with a drop shot. Berrettini gets it with a slice. Oh, he hit in the net, though. He tried to go for the drop shot return. But then Berrettini's just laughing at himself. He's like, oh, God. He tried to go for the back. He went for the backhand, and then he just tried to change it last minute, and he completely messed it up. Wasn't a bad idea from Berrettini. It was a good idea. But yeah, he just completely he tried to fool Fonseca and he fooled himself. 15-0. As Berrettini serves the fault, second serve. Bergs, by the way, trying to hold, and he hits a lovely drop shot winner, Bergs. All right. Fonseca, 15-30. All right, 15-30. Fonseca looking for that double break. As the return goes in the front of Fonseca, for Berrettini, Fonseca slice forehand. Berrettini hits an inside-out forehand long. And it's Fonseca with break points to take the double break. 15-40. Bergs holds, by the way, 2-1. And we've got Sinner versus Mahatch after the Zverev match. As the return goes in, the forehand of Berrettini. Forehand from Fonseca sliced. Berrettini volley down the line. Too good. One saved. 30-40. All right. 30-40 is the backhand rally. Fonseca go to the backhand, a slice of Berrettini. Fonseca forehand inside out. Berrettini slices it back again. There's Fonseca forehand again. The back of Berrettini slice. Slice in the net though, and there's the double break. 5-2 Fonseca. He's going to serve the match. All right. All right. All right. Fonseca's going to serve this match. All right. 5-2 Fonseca. Serving to take his spot in the quarterfinals. I think it's going to be his first 1,000 quarterfinal as well. I don't think he's made a 1,000 quarterfinal before. So, as Fonseca 15 love. Because he has made, I think he's made the fourth round, right? By the way, chat, if you're not convinced that Fonseca is him, you wouldn't be watching this match right now anyway. But, you gotta, I don't get how you can't understand how good this kid actually is. You know what the most impressive thing about Fonseca is? He doesn't get tired either. Like, these young guys, they cramp, they get blisters, they get injured. Yeah, okay, Fonseca had a little bit of injury at the start of the year, but he doesn't cramp. He hasn't played a 5-hour match yet, but he seems like, from the second we watched him last year, at the start of last year when we watched him play Rublev, he looks like a 25-year-old, like physically. He looks like he's been playing on tour for years against the big boys. And now he's got 3 match points as I yap. All right, serve. Into the forward Berrettini. Return goes to forward Fonseca. Berrettini on the stretch. Puts it up in the sky. And then Fonseca with a smash. Berrettini can't get that one. That is how you win. Good week for Berrettini. But this kid, I tell you, if you're an Alcaraz or Sinner fan, you should be worried. You should be scared. You can say he's all hype. You can say all this shit, but you be scared. I'll be scared. I like Fonseca. I'm a fan, and I'm scared for you. I'll be scared too. Fonseca crushes Berrettini in the second. Berrettini had a great week. That double bagel will go down in history against Medvedev. But man, if you're not on the Fonseca bandwagon, that's fine. We've already left the station. There's no room anyway. Too bad. Too late. No getting on now. We've left the station. I'm driving the train. Choo-choo, motherfucker. 30 love! We're going to merge these streams, by the way, in a second. 30-15. Zverev, he's trying to get to the Fonseca match because the winner of this match will take on Fonseca. So if you want to stick around, jump on over and see who Fonzie's going to play. Zverev versus Bergs. Winner plays Fonseca. But Fonseca into the quarterfinals. I think of his first 1,000 event. Yes, his first 1,000 quarterfinal. He did make the fourth round of Indian Wells. That was the first time he'd done that. Now he's in the quarterfinal. By the way, first time ever playing Monte Carlo makes the quarterfinals. Okay, why not? And he's going to play the winner of this match with Zverev and Bergs. So come on over if you want to see who he's going to play. All right. By the way, to the guy that said he can't touch Alcaraz and Sinner, did you see him nearly beat Sinner? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he can't touch them. Okay, yeah, but what about when he played Sinner? All right. Look, if you want to joust, we will joust. All right, as Bergs misses the volley, 30-all. 30-all. And the reason the Zverev match is going slower than usual is because Zverev plays slow, but also he did have that medical timeout early in the match, which did delay this or push this match a little bit. For there was about a 10-15 minute delay, so that didn't help. All right, 30-all. 30-all. And to the forehand now from Bergs. In the back of Zverev. Forehand from Bergs. Into the forehand Zverev slice. Zverev in the net. 40-30. I just don't like his Brazilian way to celebrate. Two football vibes. So you don't like Fonseca because he celebrates like a footballer. That's strange. It shouldn't be that deep. That's okay. I guess. Whatever. All right. 40-30 by the way, Bergs. With a serve and volley. He missed the volley though. All right. We get the deuce as Bergs with the backhand. Into the slice of Zverev. Bergs with the forehand cross court. Zverev gets it. Bergs again to the forehand of Zverev. Zverev in the net. Advantage Bergs. Advantage Bergs. All right, 3-2. Bergs. All right. If anyone's supporting Fonseca, it's so easy. Fonseca is him. I'm so pumped for. I hope he plays Zverev because I want to see him play Zverev because and then I want to see him play Novak. Then he's got to play Novak. That's next, and that'll happen in Madrid. He needs to play Novak in Madrid. Now let's just keep this going. It's safe to say that Fonzie can play on European clay. Yeah, last year was disappointing. I think we're all so excited to see him play on the clay in Europe, and he just never got it going. But this week he has, so it's great to see that he's got to his first European or first 1,000 quarterfinal on the clay in Europe. So it's fun. And then like I said, might play Zverev, which would be really, really fun to see. I was pretty surprised about the match. I thought it would be close to a game, though. What, against Berrettini? Yeah, look, we talked about it earlier. Berrettini beating Medvedev so easily might have been a curse, right? Because he didn't get a test he didn't get tested before playing against against Fonseca. And you can't really go into a Fonseca match without having to like flex a little bit. So it would have been better for him had he have not destroyed Medvedev and had to, fight a little more for it. Might have helped him a little more in the second set. But then again, Medvedev and Fonseca are totally different players. So Berrettini, maybe it was a matchup thing too. When's the Alcaraz match? Alcaraz is playing after Sinner, which is after this. So probably in a couple hours. A few hours. Yeah, and Fonseca did have a test against Rinderknecht, so he was ready for Berrettini. Did you see the Nole news I sent yesterday? What, the one that he said he wants to play until the Olympics? Yeah. I don't think that was super crazy. What's the word? That wasn't shocking, I don't think. I think everyone's assuming that anyway, right? I think he said that in the past. He said that he wants to play the Olympics 28. It's the first time that he said, he didn't announce his retirement, but it's the first time he's probably mentioned, hey, I want to play until then, and then we'll see. But 15, love. Are you going to watch Root FAA? Maybe. Olympics is in 2028. All right, 30, love. Nice serving from Zverev. 30, love. $30, love. And Rinderknecht is kind of like Berrettini, serve and volley, big serve. Yeah, well, I mean, Berrettini doesn't serve volley usually, but yeah. Anyways. Berrettini still had a good week. That Medvedev win was huge. Third round. He, couple of good results, so. And he just lost to Fonseca, who's just on fire. The only players to beat Fonseca recently are Sinner and Alcaraz, so no shame in losing to Fons. 30-15. Nice shot from Bergs. 30-15. So yeah, after this we've got Sinner versus Mahach, and then we've got Alcaraz versus Echeverry. Two interesting matchups. I don't think it might be straightforward, but both Mahach and Echeverry are they're not nobody. But they're going to have to play the match of their life to even get a set. But yes, Cerundolo lost to Mahach. 40-15. Zverev serves. Into the forehand of Bergs. Bergs hits it wide. And it's 3-0 in the second. I like the pace of 1 week Masters. Exactly. You and everybody else. I don't think anybody has ever been like, oh, you know what? 1 week Masters suck. No one has ever said that in the history of sport. No one. I don't think anybody hates 1 week Masters. No one's like, oh, I kind of wish this dragged on for 2 weeks. No. Like, no one's ever said that. So you and everybody else, Lauren, we're all on the same page. We're like, yeah, this is good. It's a nice, short, sharp. We get third round bangers, right? We don't have to wait until the second week to get a good match. So much better. Forehand winner from Bergs. And if anybody says they hate 1 week Masters, they're just looking for attention. Simple as that. 15 love. And they should give their iPad back to their mum. Stop using her account. Leave her alone. Don't get her account banned just because you're being a brat. That's a bit of fault. Second serve. Do you think Nole will play the French Open? Yeah, he will. He'll probably play Rome and then Roland Garros. As Bergs hits it out, 15-0. Yeah, Bergs and Sinner pulled out of the doubles. As we get a fault second serve. As Berg sits in the net. 15-30. How many aces has Zverev hit? And is that one guy that was here still here? Zverev has hit 2 aces. Ooh. All right. 15-30. As the return goes in the forehand of Bergs. Bergs in the net. And the racket goes smashing into the ground. 15-40. 15-40. Zverev to get the break here. Bergs not happy. Did you notice the week that Fonseca's had? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's the youngest player since Rafa. Those stats are kind of, I don't get it. I can't think they're pointless. Like, I don't know. Oh wait, you're talking about who he's played. He's only played big servers. Well, yeah, if he plays Sasha, that'd be a on trend. Diallo, Rinderknecht, Nesh, Berrettini, Zverev. Yeah, true. I thought you were talking about the stat you sent me. Whenever someone's like, oh, the youngest to do something since somebody, I'm like, okay, cool. Like, youngest since Rafa to make the quarters or something. I'm like, okay. It's interesting, but it's like, it's interesting. Anyways, that goes out from Bergs. But yeah, you're right, Gene. He has played big servers. I thought you were talking about what you sent me. Rip to the guy that said 15 aces, Zverev. Yeah. Aces on clay, you got to be careful. You should have gone under 5. You know, that would have been probably paying the same. But yeah, you're right. He's played Diallo, Rinderknecht, Berrettini, and now looks like he's going to play Zverev. Very similar players. You know, it's a very similar games. Don't you think there should be a grass Masters every year? Every year we talk about this. Yes, but it's not going to happen, and we need to accept it. We need to move on. We're never getting a grass Masters. Also, I don't think anybody in the professional circuit has talked about grass Masters. Has anybody talked about a 1,000 out of the players? I don't think this is a fan fantasy. We all want this, but it's never going to happen. Especially considering they went with Saudi Arabia instead. They've given them a license for a 1,000. They're never going to give a 1,000 on grass. Also, the schedule doesn't allow it. Like, you can't logistically put a 1,000 on grass unless you squeeze it between the 2 weeks. That the one, like, can you imagine if the season was Monte Carlo, week off, back-to-back 1,000s on clay, week off, Roland Garros, week off, 1,000, week off, Wimbledon, and then weeks off. It's just too packed. Like, you can't be putting the pressure on players. Because, yeah, okay, you can make it non-mandatory. But just because it's non-mandatory doesn't mean it's not worth playing, right? If you put a 1,000 on grass in the middle of everything, it's going to pressure the players to play because it's worth a lot of points. Like, it's like there's going to be so much FOMO going around, you know, fear of missing out, because a 1,000 points is worth a lot. That's a lot. Plus prize money, right? I mean, that's another thing. But it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't work. Why not upgrade Heller and Queens? You're not listening. Love 15. As with a 4-4 rally. To the back end of Bergs. Backing out from Zverev. Into the back end of Bergs. Zverev with a forehand. Cross court. Bergs gets it. As Zverev hits a drop shot. Bergs with the forehand up the line. And then Zverev goes, slice down the line, winner. Beautiful shot, 15-all. 15-all. And plus, if we upgrade one, it's going to be an 11th 1,000. You really want another 1,000 event? There's enough of them. It's too many. And there's also rules around 1,000s. They have to have a certain number of people in the stadium. They have to have a certain number of stadiums that can hold a certain number of people. There's so many rules around 1,000s. They can't just go, that's a 1,000 now. You have to, there's actually, in the rule book, there's rules about what can and cannot be a 1,000. You can't just be like, well, upgrade Queen's Club. Okay, so we've got like not that many courts. Then you've got to double the competition. You're going to double how many players are going to play, right? It's going to ruin the courts because the ladies play as well now. So Queen's Club is going to get absolutely trashed. How are you going to facilitate double the size of the draw for the amount? Like, they can't add more courts. Queen's Club's in the middle of London. It's tiny. There's no room. Again, 30-15 Zverev. It's not. If it was that simple, they would have done it. They would have upgraded one of them already if it was that simple. It's not that simple. It's not simple at all. Also, besides the Saudi license being created for that event, most of the 1,000, it's always been 9 1,000 events. So if you want to grasp 1,000, you have to take one. You have to get rid of a 1,000. It's been like that, except for the Saudi deal. For the entire ATP since 1990, there've been nine events. The Super 9, it was used to call, now it's called 1,000s. You have to take one from them to get the grass. So who do you get? What do you get rid of? Do you get rid of Monte Carlo? Do you get rid of Shanghai? Do you get rid of Canada? You have to trade a 1,000. Like, how do you do that? Like, who do you take? Who do you downgrade? 30-all. Because I don't think Queen's Club or Halle have enough money to buy 1,000s like the Saudis did. Saudi Arabia have shit ton of money. They can afford to, the ATP named their price and they paid it. I don't think that Queen's Club could match the price of a license that the Saudis paid. Nobody can, because that's why it's never happened. Only one place could do it. One place had the funds. All right, 40-30. Anyways, let's talk about this in like, can we talk about this in 6 weeks for the 7th time this year? 40-30. Serve out wide the back end of Bergs. Zverev puts it away on the forehand. All right, Zverev, 5-3. And he is this close to playing Fonseca tomorrow. And it'll probably be first match tomorrow as well, because these guys are playing first today. So first match tomorrow, center court, Alcaraz versus Zverev. It's one game away. Let's go. All right. All right, here we go. Bergs 7 stay in the match. Sorry, Fonseca. See, somebody asked me a silly question and we had to go on a tangent. Now my brain's fried and now now I'm getting the wrong names. Fonseca versus Zverev. You know what I'm saying, chat. I'm fucking tired. Deb, next time somebody asks me about Grass Masters, can you delete the comment? Can you delete it so I don't have to see it? I don't want to talk about that ever again. Love 15. All right. Zverev 3 points away. Finally, from getting Fonseca versus Zverev. There we go. Anyways, Bergs hits a winner 15-0. What about a Masters on South America? Copy and paste my answer for everything in the world. As Zverev misses the return wide 30-15. Everything I just said about 1,000 events, copy and paste. For Masters on grass, Masters in South America, like everything I just said, copy and paste. Copy and paste my answer. It's the same answer. I'm going to say the same thing, except I'm going to say Rio instead, right? Same thing. Same thing for India, for that other guy that said, what about in India? Same thing, what I just said. Copy and paste. Just remove Queen's Club and put in India. Backhand to backhand rally. I get sick of hearing myself talk. As it a 4-4 rally, 30-15. As that forehand goes out by Zverev, 40-15. Zverev's going to have to serve for this match if Bergs can just make him hold. Oh, it was a foot fault. Okay, that's a weird late call. Foot fault. Okay, I haven't seen Hawkeye call that for a while. Yeah, that was a foot fault. Definitely. Definitely a foot fault. Second serve. Into the back of Zverev. Return goes in front of Bergs. Zverev with the back on the stretch. In the net. All right. Zverev's going to serve for the match. Make a video about Grass Masters. I'd rather not. I think we'll just avoid the question forever. I'm sure there has been a video made. You can go watch it somewhere. All right. All right. If I see the word 1,000, I'm not going to read a question. Can't wait to see this match tomorrow. Come on, Sasha, do it for us. Hey, it's going to be a hell of a match. And great to see Fonseca getting to take on the top 3 guys in the world back to back to back. Like, that is fun. Who is your favorite between Zverev and Fonseca? Bro, obviously Fonseca. Obviously Fonseca. Like, not even close. All right, here we go. Here we go. Zverev serving to take on Fonseca. Let's see if he wants that smoke. Five, 4. Zverev with the serve. The Zverev disrespect is crazy. Cry less. As Bergs wins the first point, love 15. Don't be so sensitive. It's okay. Saying go Fonseca does not mean anything bad about Zverev, right? It's okay. If somebody goes for Fonseca, doesn't mean they're gonna be they hate Zverev. That's not. It's okay. Love 15. Zverev serves again. As return goes back in Zverev. Forehand slice from Bergs. Zverev comes to the net, but overhits it on the approach, and it's love 30. All right, love 30. Love 30. Chance for Bergs to get back on serve here. Zverev heard you, Cam. No, yeah. Yeah, I want that smoke. All right, first serve's a fault, second serve. Second serve. Serve to the forehand of Bergs. Return goes back into Zverev as Bergs back in up the line. Zverev gets with the forehand cross court. Bergs. Forehand again, the back into Zverev as Bergs back in again. Into the forehand of Zverev. Zverev overhits that. Love 40. What is this? What is Zverev doing? Love 40. Bergs to get back on serve. Love 40. Serve out wide the back into Bergs. Return goes back into Zverev. Bergs, forehand cross court. Zverev goes down the line. Bergs runs around into forehand inside out. Zverev with the backhand again. The forehand of Bergs. Zverev with the backhand. Into the back of Bergs, but it's out by Zverev. And Bergs breaks back. 5-all. Youch. 5-5. All right, Zverev's going to have to do this the hard way. 5-5. All right, Berg serves again. As the return goes in the forehand of Bergs. Forehand from Zverev. To the forehand of Bergs. Zverev with the forehand to the backhand of Bergs, but Zverev hits it out again. God, Zverev is just making all the errors. And it's 15 love. Good serve again, Bergs. 30 love. First serve is a fault. And then Bergs double faults. All right, 30-15. As Berg serves, the return goes short. Berg's forehand inside out. Zverev with a lob. And then Bergs puts away the smash. That was a tough smash. He made that. I don't know why he hit it there, but it was a great smash. It was risky as hell, though, but he gets away with it. All right, 40-15. Bergs to take the lead. As he serves a fault. Second serve. And he double faults. All right. 40-30. Oh, Rude breaks already. 2 love. All right. We'll keep an eye on that as well. And Berg serves another fault. Second serve. As the return goes in the back into Bergs, up the line to the forehand of Zverev. Bergs with the forehand again. The forehand of Zverev. Into the back into Bergs. Zverev with the forehand again. Bergs forehand goes again. The forehand is Zverev up the line to the backhand of Bergs. As with a forehand again from Zverev to the backhand of Bergs. Zverev with the forehand of Bergs on the stretch. Zverev with a drop shot. Bergs gets it. Zverev with a pass. Down the line winner. Lovely shot from Sasha. We get the deuce. What a backhand. Deuce. Bergs had this game wrapped up as well. This is a tough one. Now he's in trouble. Deuce. I want to see Ruud versus Sinner. Ooh, that's actually not bad. I wouldn't mind that either. That would be an interesting matchup. All right, return goes to forehand of Bergs. Slice from Zverev into the forehand of Bergs. Is Zverev back in again? Bergs drop shot in the net. Advantage Zverev to take the break and serve the match again. How isn't that grunt a hindrance? Put that on the list of things I don't want to talk about. 400 rally. As Zverev again to the forehand of Bergs. Zverev forehand. Into the forehand of Bergs. Zverev forehand again into the Bergs forehand. That's a good shot. Zverev gets it with a slice. Bergs with a slice approach. And Zverev with a good pass. Bergs can't handle the volley. All right. Zverev breaks 6-5. All right. Zverev's going to serve this match again. 6-5. Bergs is yelling at himself. Yeah, Bergs shouldn't have lost that game. So the reason the grunt is only a hindrance if it happens during the other person's shot. That's a okay. That's a hindrance. If it hinders the other person, not if it's annoying to you, right? If you don't like a grunt, that's a different thing. That's a problem. Like people are like, oh, Sabalenka grunts. That's your problem, right? That's not her. She's not doing anything wrong. That's you. You got to get over that, right? That's a you issue, right? You got to mute the TV or something, right? But yeah, it becomes a hindrance. So what is a hindrance, right? Hindrance is when it hinders the other person. So if you are making a noise while the other person's trying to hit the ball, that's a hindrance. So if the other person isn't hitting the ball while you're making a noise, if you're making a noise before, then it doesn't hinder them, right? It might be annoying to you, but it's not a hindrance, right? It's only a hindrance if it affects the person hitting the ball. Just like doing this when someone's hitting the ball is a hindrance, right? Making a noise when someone's hitting the ball is a hindrance. But again, it's only if the person stops grunting before the other person hits the ball, it doesn't count as a hindrance. Well, that's not a hindrance. It's why that Sabalenka never gets called a hindrance. Yeah, because she doesn't hinder the other person. You might not like her grunt, but it's different, right? It's a difference between... Now, there is actually... Intuitive Tennis did a really good video, I think. It was Intuitive Tennis. Really good video on Sabalenka's grunt, which you should go watch, because there are times where Sabalenka pushes the line and gets very close to hindrance. There's a couple of times where, the umpire could give her a hindrance, but most of the time, just like Rafa's grunt, it doesn't... He would stop his grunt before the other person hit it. So as long as you're not making noise when they're hitting the ball, you're not hindering anybody. So, again, a topic that we've gone over a million times, but it's only a hindrance if you're making a noise when the other person's hitting the shot. That goes for like if you're celebrating, that goes for like even if you're just like asking a question, middle of, a hindrance is when you make noise when the other person's trying to play the tennis ball, right? Anyways, 4-4 rally. Zverev 30 love. As with a 4-4 rally again. As a backhand rally now. Bergs again to the backhand of Zverev. Bergs backhand up the line. Zverev with a forehand cross court. Bergs. Forehand again. Into the forehand of Zverev, but Zverev hits it out. 30-15. So hopefully that explains it a little bit. All right, 30-15. Zverev serves again. 30-15. Second serve, Zverev. Serve again. Into the front of Bergs. Return goes back to Zverev. Bergs backhand. Into the backhand of Zverev up the line. Bergs the front of the stretch. Zverev goes again the backhand of Bergs. Into the front of Zverev. The slice of Zverev now. Great drop shots. Zverev. Bergs gets it. Zverev volleys away. That's just great play. Match points of Zverev. 40-15 to take the win and to put himself into the quarterfinals and take on Fonseca. You know I'm excited for that one. By the way, Fonseca's got 234 points in my team, but he's also in 50% of teams. He's picked more than Sinner, so whatever. All right, match points. Back air return into the back of Zverev. Bergs with the forehand at the back of Zverev again. Zverev in the net, 40-30, one saved. All right, 40-30. Berrettini got a nice 136, so I'm happy with that. I just need Alcaraz and Sinner to win today, and I'll feel pretty good. Why are you smiling like that? Why are you not smiling? 40-30. Ace on the tees, Zverev. All right. Here we go again. Fonzie's taking on the big boys. I'll tell you, that's a good win by Zverev after yesterday's tough one as he tries to his hair is just absolutely butchered. I don't know what's going on with Zverev's hair. He's just like completely... He's trying to find his keys. What is going on? Anyways, he lost his hair tie in that man bun. He's going to have to find some scissors. Go call a search party. What the hell? All right. Zverev gets the win. He's going to take off Fonseca. Here we go. I'm so excited to see. He played great against Sinner. Obviously, Alcaraz gave him a bit of a lesson against Fonseca, but now it's Zverev. It's a different player again. Different type of player Fonseca is going to play. So this is fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited to see Fonseca getting to play the big boys. And if he loses Zverev, look, his last 3 events, he's lost the top 3. I mean, that's nothing bad either. Great work. Great to see Fonzie play these guys. Yeah, real challenge. And also Zverev on clay. That's a challenge. That's a real challenge. By the way, FAA is getting in trouble against Rude right now. If Fonseca wants to win Monte Carlo, he needs to beat 3-2 and 1 in order to do it. Look, just back off, right? Come on, relax. We're not talking about winning the title. Look, the Fonseca. I'm speaking on behalf of the Fonseca fan club here, as the unofficial president of the fan club. We are not expecting him to win the title, right? We don't expect that. We're not putting that on him. We're leaving out. We'll let our boy breathe, all right? Don't you be putting on expectations on him. We want to see how he does against Zverev. If he beats Zverev, that's fantastic. But we're not expecting him to win the title. Come on now. Come on. Don't put our pressure on our boy. Because now people are going to say, well, if he doesn't beat them all, then he's a failure. And that's not fair. So just let him breathe. Let him breathe. Your team stays at 0? Okay, Deb. You got to make a team, Deb. Come on now. Zverev is 7.8 versus 7.0. Yeah. Zverev needs to play better against Fonseca. Okay, now. Sinner versus Mahatch coming up next. By the way, winner of these matches might play. Might actually play Sinner in the quarters. Oh, sorry, in the semis. So this is all important. So jump on over here, and we will be back in about 5 minutes to watch Sinner taking on Mahatch, and then we've got Alcaraz taking on Echeverry after that. But good win. Good win from Zverev in the end after yesterday's marathon. He gets through after a little bit of a medical timeout at the start with the foot blisters that apparently popped, which is really gross. So, but now he's going to play Fonseca, and this is going to be a real interesting one because Fonseca got through Berrettini pretty simply as well. So both guys should be fit and at least fresh from today to play each other tomorrow. But let's see what Sinner looks like because Sinner's playing him a hatch.